Make sure to stay to the end. If you make one common mistake when you're removing the upper intake manifold, you can actually destroy your engine, guys, and you may spend thousands of dollars to have the engine replaced or rebuilt. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair, guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you having a Dodge Challenger, and if you guys need to remove or replace upper intake manifold, stay with us. We'll explain how to do that step by step. We're going to explain how to remove it because there is a few tricks to do that. You don't do it the wrong if you don't do it the right way, what can happen? You can destroy your engine and you may need the engine rebuilt or replaced. So make sure to stay until the end. We'll cover very helpful information that can save you quite a bit of money. So before we start, let me tell you a little bit about us, guys. Every single car we get here in the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. Why we do that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need, guys, in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos. And if you guys need to buy any parts, tools for your Dodge Challenger, your car, you want to save quite a bit of money, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tool supplies from, and you can, guys, save a ton of money. So let's start on it now. So first we're going to remove the upper engine cover. You grab and you pull straight up. It has 4 rubber bushings. 1, 2, 3, 4. They attach right here to these posts, as you can see, like that. And you have one towards the back. So it just comes straight out. Next, we're going to remove the intake hose. Okay, right here you can see. It has only one hose clamp with 8mm that we're going to pre-loosen. So let's go ahead, do that now. Perfect. We're going to come on this side first. Okay, we're going to go ahead, pre-loosen that one. And I'm going to disconnect the intake temperature sensor here. Okay, and we can grab that hose, pull it out. Right here it has one rubber bushing that you need to pull straight up. You cannot just wiggle it all the time, you just have to pull straight up and pull the rubber bushing out of here. Now the car battery should be disconnected because you'll be closer, okay, to electrical connections, disconnecting things. And on these modern cars it really matters which battery terminal you disconnect and reconnect first. If you do it the wrong way, you can burn the engine, computer, electronics modules that can cost you thousands of dollars. So we have a special video that explains which battery terminal to disconnect first. Now we have a few clips that we're going to pry out of here. Okay, that's great. And then we're going to go ahead and start disconnecting wires here. Okay, that's for the throttle body. Press here. Okay, push in, release the pressure, pull out, and that wire will come out as well. So we kind of like need to remember where they need to go later. Perfect. Now this is a map sensor right there. We need to disconnect that one as well. So let's go ahead and do that. We have one vacuum hose. Careful not to break it. It's super easy. If you do, you will, guys, need to replace the intake manifold, and that could be pricey. So this one came out too. Perfect. We're going to have one wiring harness. Let's see what else we have here. We might need to move some later. Here. Okay, that wire, I wonder. Okay, that hose needs to come out. This is from the PCV valve. Okay, that mount will stay here, so we'll just need to remove that nut there now. So there are a few things, guys. As you can see, the engine started looking more appealing now. We can see more things, so that can definitely help us. So 10mm, careful not to drop the nut. Perfect, one is out. Next, okay, let's analyze everywhere. Here we have one mount, another 10mm right here, which is actually kind of like hidden, so we need to get the ratchet. Okay, it's right there, that nut. Hard to access, so we'll need to do by hand or with a wrench. And this is holding the upper intake manifold. You need to remove that upper intake manifold for multiple repairs. Anything such as spark plugs on cylinder 2, 4 and 6, ignition coils on cylinder 2, 4 and 6, if you need to remove or replace fuel injectors, if you need to remove and replace NOx sensors, coolant temperature sensor, oil pressure sensor, oil temperature sensor. You also guys have the oil cooler, which is a weak spot on those. And okay, one more nut there. This one only with a wrench. Okay, that oil cooler, the gaskets are a weak spot. What happens? It develops leaks. It can develop coolant and oil leak, and it can even mix oil and coolant, and that could be practically, guys, catastrophic. We have a link, okay, to where we can buy new oil cooler. You can check out the video on Pentastar 3.6 engine. This is known as the Pentastar engine. Perfect, we should be ready on this side. So now we're going to go ahead, start with 8mm, and we'll need to start pre-loosening some bolts. No, it's not going to work probably there. We need to get a longer extension because we don't want to risk damaging the intake manifold. So bolt number 5, bolt number 6 now. Okay, and we should probably have more now, yep, right there, 7. And we have bolt number, let me see if we have one more somewhere here. I just want to analyze to see. We do have one somewhere else. Let me see now. So there is one more bolt, guys, right there. One more nut, excuse me. Now we need to remove those studs, or whatever we call those things. Okay, the bolts that hold the nuts. So we're going to go ahead, grab that here. Okay, let's see if this one works. This one is super tight, I cannot do it with one hand. Let's see if it's going to fit there. We're talking about this right there and the next one, because otherwise we will not be able to remove the intake manifold. Okay. Okay, it may not work. No, because it has a washer on the back side and it puts back pressure on the plastic manifold, so don't do that. You can damage it that way. This is exactly the same on this side, so let's analyze and see. The best way to do that is to remove that mount right here. Okay, and let's see where we have bolts for these mounts, or these two on this side. These ones, they have only one bolt from what I can see down there on each mount. So let's see which one we need to do. So now we'll try without removing them, get a pry tube, but if you pry too hard you can break your intake manifold, so you have to be extremely careful. If not, we'll recommend to remove the mount. Okay, almost out, but you can see just a little bit holding there. Yep, almost out of there. Let me see if we can just maybe even remove one of them. They put those brackets and it fixes everything in place, which makes it really inconvenient. Later you can easily probably push them and okay, this one came out, this one's out, this one's out there too. So that will do it, guys. We don't need to remove, but you have to be careful not to break your... Okay, now Common mistakes people make here. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Okay, you drop something there inside, you don't see it, or even if you see it, sometimes you may have really hard time removing it. What will happen? Goes in the engine, you start it, hits valve, piston, cylinder, and you can say bye bye to your engine, guys, and you need the engine rebuilt or replaced after that. So be extremely careful, and I recommend to cover these holes. That way you can minimize the chance for dropping something in the intake manifold. Now let me show you something quick. These gaskets need to be replaced every time you remove it. We'll put a link where you can get intake manifold gasket for the 3.6 engine, so check it out, and you will be able to do that, because otherwise, guys, okay, you can develop a vacuum leak, have an unstable vehicle operation, rough idle, vacuum leak code, lean fuel mixture code, something that will be super hard to fix. So this is it, guys. This is the upper intake manifold. Check it out. That's what it looks like. It's normal to have some oil deposits, but if you have too much oil in it, that could be signs of bad PCV valve. That's something super common, especially on higher mileage cars. Careful, okay, those bolts, screws, most of the times will not come out, but careful not to drop them as well. Sometimes if you unscrew them more, or the holes are a little bit bigger from being removed a couple of times, okay, that can actually, guys, cause that problem as well. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.